Hey, it's Chris. In this video, I will teach you how to cook the classic Filipino dish, adobong manok, or chicken adobo. This isn't a recipe with measured ingredients, but more of a technique of eyeballing the measurements and adjusting to taste. Here are the ingredients. Chicken, garlic, whole black peppercorns, fish sauce, soy sauce, cane vinegar, but white or rice vinegar works too, and bay leaves. The first step is to prepare the garlic. Here I am using 6 cloves of garlic, 1 clove per piece of chicken. I like to lightly mash the garlic in a mortar and pestle. We don't want an absolute paste, but just to crack open the garlic cloves. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, you can just smash the garlic with the side of your knife. Here I am using 3 chicken drumsticks and 3 chicken thighs. Although the thighs here are boneless, it is preferable to use bone-in pieces, as this will give the broth more flavor. But it is okay if you use boneless chicken. I guarantee you it will still be delicious. I like to remove the end of the drumsticks like this. Not only will it be easier to manage the chicken pieces once they're all in the pot, it also exposes the bone marrow, which will release additional flavor and nutrients into the broth. Now we can start cooking. I've added about 2 tablespoons of cooking oil to a non-stick pot on medium heat. Once the oil is hot, in goes the garlic. This isn't like our garlic fried rice recipe. We're not trying to get golden brown garlic, we just want it to get fragrant. Once it's nice and fragrant, add the chicken. Sear them for a little bit until they're a little brown, but we're not going to fully cook them during this step. Color like this is just fine. After all the pieces have been flipped, I like to add fish sauce. How I eyeball this measurement is I drizzle some fish sauce on top and make sure each piece has been touched. We don't want to put too much since fish sauce is pretty salty, and we will be adding soy sauce pretty soon. The key is that the balance can be adjusted later, but this will give us a good initial seasoning. Also, fish sauce is okay to skip if you don't have it or if you don't like it. Just make up for it with more soy sauce. For the soy sauce, I will once again measure with my eyeballs. I will cover each piece of chicken with some soy sauce just to make sure I have enough. I can always add more to taste later. Next I will add the vinegar. We may end up with about a 50-50 ratio of soy sauce to vinegar in the end, so with that in mind, I add no more than an equal amount of what liquid was already in the pot. Again, we can always add more to taste later. The next step is to add water. We don't want to completely cover the chicken. A little over half the height of the chicken pieces is where we want it. So this is more of a braise than a stew. Now we can add bay leaves. You really don't want to add too much bay leaves since they're pretty potent. I like to add 1 bay leaf for every 2 or 3 pieces of chicken. Here I'm using 3 small bay leaves. And it's the same deal as before with the black peppercorns. I touch each piece of chicken with a bit of black peppercorns. It looks like a half teaspoon for each piece here. If you don't have whole black peppercorns, ground black pepper is fine. Now raise the heat to high as you give it a stir and maybe even a little bit of basting. This is a good opportunity to taste the sauce and make adjustments. I think it needs more vinegar. That's much better. Once it gets to a boil, put the heat back to low and put a lid on it, and let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. After 15 to 20 minutes, let's uncover the pot and give the pieces a flip. Then cover and let simmer for another 15 to 20 minutes. By the time this is done, the chicken will be very tender. 15 to 20 minutes later, this is done. Look at that. This looks like adobo. As you can see, the boneless pieces got a little roughed up during the braising process, but that's okay. I can guarantee you that it's still delicious. And here I'm just giving the pieces a little bit of basting. Now even though this is done, what you can do is let it cool, then put it in the fridge overnight. This will allow the fat to rise to the top and gelatinize. The next day, the fat can easily be skimmed off. I didn't do that this time because, well, I was hungry. Come on, give me a break. Now it's ready to serve. We're eating this with rice, obviously. Here it's white jasmine rice, but brown rice is also fine. Or whatever kind of rice you have. I'm gonna grab a drumstick, then pour some broth over the rice. Now this is optional but customary in my family, but I like to eat chicken adobo with some banana. Some recipes use sugar in chicken adobo, but my mom never did that, so the banana serves as a sweet balance to the saltiness of the soy sauce and the sourness of the vinegar. Here it is, our chicken adobo. Kain na! Chicken adobo may be one of the most popular Filipino dishes. Needless to say, there are many variations. Some recipes have sugar, some have onions. It doesn't even have to be chicken. It could be pork or squid. Adobo could even have no meat at all, instead using eggplant and potatoes or long beans. In any case, I hope you learned something from this video and that you cook more using your eyes, your taste, and your intuition. If you make chicken adobo yourself, be sure to take a picture and tag me on social media. Thanks for watching. Bye!